Hey, this is Jeff Jochum, and I know what you're thinking, and you're wrong. It's not as hard as you think it is to succeed. But that doesn't mean it's not hard. It just isn't as hard as you think it is. And I'm tired of watching so many of my small business friends both struggle and, in many cases, just crash and burn. And here's what's really interesting: most dead business owners, when thinking back about their business, they all kind of share the same response to the death of their business. Can you imagine what that is? It's surprise. And when I first heard that, I thought, it's like flying a plane. Didn't you see the ground come up at you, right? And the answer, in many cases, is no, we didn't. Running a business, especially a startup, is a little like flying in the fog. You start a business, it seems clear, you launch, you get some altitude, and then suddenly the fog sets in. You can't see where you're at, you're not sure how fast you're going. And in most cases, where the real problem is, you don't know how to balance yourself. And let me give you the problem that kills most small businesses. In piloting, it's called the graveyard spiral. As a pilot, you're always using your eyes to determine where your horizon is. But when it gets all foggy, all of that dissipates, and you can't see the horizon anymore. So you learn to trust something that you've always trusted your whole life about balance, your inner ear. The problem is the inner ear, like in business, which is your business gut, gets fooled very easily. Is that a big problem? Maybe not. But in most cases, it becomes one very, very quickly. Whenever a plane goes into a bank, it instantly begins to lose altitude. That's physics. That's the nature of it. Not quickly, but altitude starts dropping off. And like in your business, you go, I'm spending more money, I'm putting more energy into it, and I'm not getting new customers, I'm not getting more customers. What's going on? It's like on a plane. It's like, well, if I think I'm level and I'm losing altitude, in my mind, I'm like this, right? Except that if I'm actually like this, my nose isn't down, it's just spiraling because I'm not balanced. And what happens when you're losing altitude, both in business and more specifically in this example as a pilot? You pull back on the yoke. You go, well, let's get the nose up. Let's get some trajectory going. Let's throw some money at marketing. Let's throw some money at promotion. Let's increase our employees. But the problem is if you're actually in a spiral and you think you're level and you pull up, it doesn't actually straighten out and pull you up. It doesn't. It actually tightens the spiral. And that's known as the graveyard spiral. When you think you're level, but you're actually in a spiral, and you pull up and it tightens the spiral. And within a few seconds, if you're in a small plane, you can't pull out of it. There's too much centrifugal force. It's going to drive you to the ground. And if you try to pull up and turn against it, it'll rip your plane apart. That's what killed JFK Jr., that graveyard spiral, because he didn't understand that he wasn't level when he started pulling back on the yoke to try and get altitude. And it's not his fault. It's physics. And it's not your fault in your business when that happens. It's physics. But wouldn't you like to know how to not let that happen? Or if it starts to happen, how to fix it? Now, what I've been doing for the last 20 years is helping small businesses who are doing well blow up and do phenomenally well. Businesses going from 5 to 50 million, or from 500,000 to 4 or 5 million. But I realize that I'm leaving behind tomorrow's successes by not focusing at startups. And so that's what I am doing now. I'm refocusing some of my energy and the energy of Unique Brand University at that first 5 to 7 years that startups have the highest chance of getting caught in things like a graveyard spiral, and helping them figure out how to survive so they can succeed. And that's what we're going to be focusing on. So I have an upcoming webinar, free. I want to make sure that everybody who needs this information will get it. And what we're going to be talking about is how to overcome the fact that your business is a machine that wants to fail. It's like a plane in the air that wants to go to the ground. If you stop, if you take your eyes off it, if you don't give it your attention, that plane will eventually smash into a crashing fiery burn at the bottom of the ground, just like your business will if you don't keep it in the air if you don't focus on it. And the best way to do that is to understand how the machine works, because knowing what to do comes from knowing what your options are, and knowing your options comes from understanding the machinery that you're working with, your business machinery. I'm going to show you how a successful business machine works and how you can apply it to your own. And we'll define how to set fundamental goals and strategies and tactics, and understand the difference between short-term and long-term goals. Because often I see businesses fail because they've got long-term goals with short-term tactics. And these things have to align, and I'll show you how to do and set that up. I'll show you how to overcome something that's deep inside most creative businesses, most artistic and talent-driven businesses, even most personal service businesses. We yearn to struggle, but your business shouldn't yearn to struggle. Your business yearns to be friction-free. And I'll show you how to adjust for that, to overcome your psychological biases to struggle and actually enhance your business's ability to give you what you want from it. I'll show you how to truly understand your customers, your product, your market, how to know the difference between ideal and non-ideal, and how to adjust your business so that you can profit from both. How to create evangelists and advocates and even true believers in your market position, even when they didn't buy from you. I'll talk to you and show you how to do that. I'll show you how to pick a strategy and stick to it. How to pick a strategy that you know will work for you, that has been proven to work for many, many others. Not just one, it'll be customized. You will design it for yourself once you understand how the machine works. And then we'll make it so simple that even your mom will understand it. In fact, I've created this way of making that happen called the 4-word marketing plan. 4 words, that's all it takes to build your marketing plan, and I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to give you actionable items. I'm going to focus on only those businesses, those creative businesses that are struggling to overcome the survival so they can succeed. And then afterwards, we're going to set up a Q&A as well as an online forum, probably a Facebook group. And only people who attend the webinar will be there. But that's where we can talk. I can get involved with you and we can talk. And all of this is free. All of this is my way of helping as well as nurturing a business that will eventually hire me. So understand, not altruism. I'm a businessman just like you are. But if I don't have a whole bunch of businesses surviving, then the businesses aren't going to come to me who want more success. The world is different now. Survival is different now. It doesn't just mean avoiding the lion. So sign up for the webinar right now. It's happening soon. You're going to be able to get all this information that I'm promising you now free of charge. And then you'll have access to the Facebook group and the private forum that I'm setting up where we can have these discussions about how to survive so that you can succeed. All right? I'll see you online.